on Twitter Spaces, the Cypher's live. Ozman collects, he's hosting dives through digital realms with shows at 5. Web V, read Marvel, the narrative thrives. Weekends we speak with Josh and Strides. Collectors going digital, we coincide. Digital sweepstakes handouts for those who abide. Bring collecting space news, we never misguide. V chill, kick back, geek modes, from car flips to comics, the spectrum loads.
All right. Say test, 1, 2, 3 test. Hopefully I'm coming through nice and clear and sound all right. Not sound like a mouse or a robot or some other horrible thing that sounds all creaky. But just going to chill for a minute. That's what we got. This is what happens when you're unprepared and you've had to be dealing with kids and stuff and life. My sound effects don't want to work. But bear with me, fear not. We are going to have tell you what, by the time I get all this together, I'm probably going to get someone in here. Hey, it's Robbie's Matrix. Rob, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. Feel free to come up and say hi if you'd like to. I'm just trying to get some intermission music going. There we go. That's better. So a little something to. So we wait for everyone to roll up. But I hope you're doing well, mate. Hope the power's all back on where you are now, and the tornado is passed and everything's all safe. It's a bit worrying to hear about that from before. Hey, Fro's in the house. How are we, Fro? Also, guys, as well, if my audio is coming through horrible, crackly, or needs adjusting, please let me know so I can do something about it. There we go. So yeah, just a little thumbs up there, 100% or anything like. Just let me know I'm coming through nice and clear. That way I don't have to panic. Well, I'm not seeing any comments saying I sound like a mouse, so that's always a positive start. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. Happy Sunday, everybody. So we've made it to the end of the weekend. And yeah, so just chill out for a little bit, wait for some more people to turn up, and we'll get into it. Because we've got loads going on in the space at the moment. All about this funny thing called BlackPink. I'm sure if you've heard of it, but it seems to be all over the place. That's right. Oh, so Josh says he's just making a coffee. They'll be there in a minute. So my co-host Josh, Collectors on Digital, is coming. He's just getting caffeinated, like myself, and we're gonna get into it. The Guru's in the house. Guru, how are you, mate? So, thank you very much for spotting that little error on my timing. That has been corrected. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. And as soon as Josh gets in, we'll play some intro music and we'll get into it. But we've got a lot to cover this time around. We've got BlackPink. We've got what's happening in the community. A few others and so. It's been a market watch. And being our 30th episode, we might even do a giveaway towards the end. How about that? But so stay tuned. Stay with us. Hey, Evolve's in the house. Hey, so thanks for dropping in, mate. I know you're out and about doing chores, so I appreciate you taking the time to listen in. I see Sven as well. Sven, hope you're doing well, mate. So I do need to hit you up for a comic book reading, mate. So I'm hoping you've had a chance to look for something. And that goes for a lot of people out there in the community as well. I am looking for people to bring on to get to the comics so we can do some comic book readings. We recently just had Mr. Falcon. We just had Chris Severs as well this Friday. And yeah, I'm looking for more. So if you're interested, hit me up. Oh, okay. Hang on, let me just kill this because I've got Sven coming up to the stage. And I'll tell you what, because Sven's here, the party can get started because we know Sven's got the move. So let me get Sven up to the stage and we'll get the intro music going and we'll get into it. So Sven, just bear with me a second, mate. Just while I get my bits and pieces together and I will get you up. I got a very special intro track I like to use now, which is very kindly created by Dokta Strange. So let me go. Right, get Sven up to the stage. All right. Hey, how are you, Sven?
Hi. I didn't get my comic yet to choose, but I will get one. But I'm not the fastest type to get my comic.
No, that's all good, mate. It's all good. Like I said, I'm just looking to start getting people booked in for June. That's all, because June's filling up. July's starting to get there as well. Here we go. Josh is in. Invite to co-host.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great.
Yeah, no, it's all happening, mate. It's been very busy the last couple of days. But Josh is
Yeah.
here, Sven is here, so let's get into it. Let's start some intro music.
Hey, bro, your audio is 2 times speed.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I came in and then he went to X.
Okay, how's that sounding?
Yeah, great, better.
I'm all good. No longer a mouse.
Perfect.
Woohoo! I'm all grown up. Okay, let's get into it. So let's start off with a bit of intro music. Like I said, this was very kindly created by Dokta Strange. So kick back, relax. Let's get into this episode.
Spaces, the ciphers live. Ozman collects, he's hosting dives through digital realms with shows at 5. Web V, Marvel, the narratives thrive. Weekends we speak with Josh and Stride. Collectors go digital and coincide. Sweepstakes handouts for those who abide. Trade collectors, space news, we never misguide. We chill, kick back, eat modes, cigar flips the comics with spectral lows.
All right. Yeah, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here, and we're back again. We're back again with our 30th episode of Web V Weekends. How awesome is that? Oh, and there goes my stuff falling around everywhere because I was just that excited that it's the 30th episode. Let me just that's the one I want. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it's our 30th episode. So, wow, fantastic. Yay, us. But it's not just me up here. No, I'm not solely responsible for this. I've also got my co-host, Josh, Collector's Gone Digital. Josh, how are you, mate?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
That is awesome.
I'm really looking forward to this space because we got some interesting info to talk about. So, how are you been?
Mate, to be honest with you, I am shattered. I am absolutely shattered, mate. I was up late last night doing a recording with Dokta Strange. I was up early this morning. Like I had to be at work at 5 o'clock this morning. Kids, family, life. But I'm still here. I'm hanging in there, guys. I'm hanging in there for you because I didn't want to miss out on doing these spaces. But yeah. So big thank you to everybody who's taken the time to come and chill with us in the space. I see all the familiar faces. I see Sven, I see Fro, I see VeVe NFT Comics. So good to see you, Tony. Chris Severs is back. So I also see Mr. MC1. Thank you so much for taking the time to drop in, mate. Really appreciate it. Also see Hinanu D, say Nino Blue, Swampy number 5, Double Quill, say Guri, Robbie's Matrix, and all the other fantastic people in the space as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and chill with us. But yeah, so Josh, what's been happening, mate? Because it seems like everything's been happening across the spaces at the moment.
Oh my lord, dude! There's so much to talk
about. Like, where do we start?
I mean, I feel like at this point I put like 4 videos out in a row talking about BlackPink, and I'm about to do a 5th one. Like, there's so much that keeps coming up, but no, I'm extremely. I don't want to say like, well, bullish, but yeah, like I'm super happy to see what the team's been doing, the marketing and everything that's been coming out. I mean, I put a post out yesterday talking about the ads. Like I'm seeing them everywhere now. So yeah, just the whole collaborative effort between the IP, their marketing team, and how they're kind of rolling it all out. It's awesome. So
yeah. So VeVe, this is for you. Yeah, killing it. Absolutely, and I'm with you. Like, especially on YouTube, I've been seeing like the VeVe Comics app like just pop up all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those damn retargeting ads.
But at least it's good. It's like I actually look at it now and go, oh yeah, I've got that comic. It's like, oh, this is actually kind of cool now. It's actually not annoying.
I'm curious to see if they're going to put out numbers like statistics or something for signups. I know they've done it once or twice in the past. And from what I hear, the signups are like there was a big increase in the numbers. So curious if they're going to be doing that. But what do you have on your list of talking points today? You want to start on your stuff?
What do I have on my list of talking points? Well, sir, I'm glad you asked. So I have got. First of all, let's just start with the very casual stuff. First of all, how's your weekend been? If you've been busy, been chilling, what you been up to?
A little bit of chilling mainly. I was just streaming with Rob and Sven. We were playing some more Fortnite, so that was a fun stream. But yesterday, kind of just chilling, did some client work. Weather was awesome, so did a little fire as well. But
nice.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing too special. What about you?
Well, me basically Saturday I was basically to start off with Friday night. I did my live with Chris Severs doing Daredevil #1 on Get to the Comics, which was amazing, a fantastic and fun read. We had so much fun, and you could actually tell I'm just waiting for Chris to jump up here and back me up, saying that we just had so much fun doing that. It was amazing. Like Chris completely nailed it as Matt Murdock and Daredevil. It's like you can just hear it in his voice how much fun he was having. It was amazing, and I highly encourage everyone, if you haven't seen it already, go check it out because it is really, really good. So that was Friday night for me. Saturday, I got about 3 hours of sleep, and then I was straight onto another live stream on Aloha Friday with Hinano and D and Chris sleeping, and just chilled with them for a bit, and then after that was all done and dusted. Basically just started the daily routine really. So did shopping with the kids. So I took the kids to soft play, chilled. So the wife was out on Saturday night, so the house was all mine. Yay! So I fully took advantage of that, and got Dokta Strange on to do a little pre-recording for another episode of Get to the Comics, which is coming soon, coming this Friday, and we will be covering. Actually, I'll tell you all right now, but don't tell anybody, okay? We're dropping Blood Hunt #1 coming this Friday on Get to the Comics, starring Dokta Strange going on the hunt. We're going to go hunt some vampires and try and save the world.
That should be a good one.
Yes.
I'm trying to picture the cover for Bloodshot.
But
is that a recent comic or is that an older one?
No, it's Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt. It's the one with a blade on the front. So if anyone's able to pin it to the space here, by all means, please do so. But it's basically it's got blade. The common's got blade on the front. It's got all the Avengers like sort of lined up, looking up towards the sky, because it's basically the bigger. It's what they call is a sun death. Basically, the sun's just been blotted out, and all the vampires are now coming out to play and basically ravaging the world and turning everybody. So yeah, so the Avengers are up to their eyeballs in vampires. So Blade's out there to try and save the world as well. It's off to a great start. It's basically like the big event of the next couple months. There's 5 issues in the core series, and then it just spins off into all the little sub stories. So you've got Blade doing his part. You've got Spider-Man. You've got the likes of Moon Knight. Doctor Strange is in there as well. The Avengers.
Nice.
There's just like loads of them. So that's available on the VeVe Comic app. So definitely check that out. And then that leads us into today, which is Sunday. I was at work at 5 o'clock this morning, did 5 to 11. So that was a very, very chilled morning. And then just did some family stuff in the afternoon. And then here I am, back at it again.
Very nice. And I must say thank you for putting on the show, because I know there was a little bit of a question mark before with whether it was going to be ran this weekend or not.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Thank you for doing it.
That's all right, mate. Well, see, because the thing with that was I was originally going to have do my recording with Dokta tonight to get that in there, but then I found out the missus. But then I found out the missus was going out Saturday night. I was like, that's it. That's my window. I have to fully capitalize on this.
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
There you go. Love it. Sweet.
Which leads us over to Sven. Sven, how's your weekend been? And then we'll get into it.
I had a good weekend. This weekend I went with my wife to the restaurant. We had a celebration party of our, or you say we're not married, but we're together for 15 years. I always tend to say 25 years, but she's killing me there. But we're together for 15 years, and it was a very good evening.
Nice. Well, this is for you then, sir. Wow, 15 years. That's amazing, mate. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm a strong man. I did my 15 years already, so you should be proud of me.
I said, you've done your 15 years. Are you up for parole yet? I love it. No, that's awesome. So is that where that little quinoa salad thing came from? The post in the web group chat.
Yeah. I posted my porn food, my food porn. Yeah.
What?
And hope you all enjoyed it, because this will last for another 15 years before I can send these pictures again.
Nice one. Right then. Well, without further ado, then let's get into what's been happening in the space. So obviously the big one that's on everyone's mind at the moment is BlackPink. BlackPink. What do we think? What do we know? How are we feeling about the drop? Because it seems like next week is just all going to be BlackPink from Wednesday to Sunday. So first of all, are we going for it?
For me, okay.
It's like trade.
No. I absolutely love this partnership. Love the drop. I gotta say though, I'm not going to be going for it on drop. Just because the things that I want the most in this case are going to be the signatures, and I just don't want to go through having to buy like 36 different ones or whatever. So I'm probably just going to wait until some of those get posted up in the secondary market, and then I'll grab the signatures. But I think the drop is fantastic. So I mean, I can't complain or anything like that. So.
No, what about you, Sven? You going to be on for it, mate?
I did see, Josh, that Guri and Ampex do not agree with what you're saying. They're not happy with you not liking the the BlackPink drop. But I'm actually in the same boat. But I'll keep it with that.
Yeah, me in particular, I'm not going to be going for it. Just
maybe we should ask someone who loves it that much to join the podium.
Well, the only reason I'm not going for it is just because just K-pop's not my thing. I'm just like, up until this point, I knew absolutely nothing about BlackPink. I mean, the only thing I know about BlackPink is they did the song for the Google phone. That was about it. But yeah, like Sven said, if anybody wants to come up and at the stage at any time, and you want to chime in on the conversation, or just want to come say hi, or just look for some confidence to speak at the space for the first time, you're more than welcome to. That's what these spaces are all about.
Yeah, and maybe tell us boomers why we should go for this drop then.
That's it. Enlighten us, convert us. See, because like I said, like, from previous spaces, like, I come from the days of Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys. Like, you chuck Spice Girls up there, like you and me can have a conversation, absolutely. But like, BlackPink, K-pop, not my thing. I'm sorry.
So we need Spice Girls.
With that being said, there are some people in the community who have shown like nothing but support for the drop. They said they're going to be going for every single one of them. I think actually Mr. MC1 said that. I saw a post he put out saying he's going to be going for all 4 girls. So, I mean, there's still a lot of people out there who are going to support it on drops. Just me personally, signatures are probably the most appealing thing for me. So,
yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like that. I mean, that's like I said, that's just me. Like, if you're into K-pop and you're into BlackPink, by all means, go for it. I mean, like the actual animations and the actual collectibles themselves look stunning. I particularly like the light stick as well. I reckon it looks like one of them old school, like, kids' toy squeaky hammers. I reckon that looks like really cool. I'm hoping that makes some kind of sound effect when you smack it against something. But yeah,
I really hope you can use those like interactively in the VeVeverse. Like you can pick them up and everything.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they're like lit up as well. That'd be like really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole purpose behind the light stick. So I don't want to just like throw it on my floor and just see it light up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to pick it up and move it around or like do something like that. So
yeah, definitely. And also as well, if anyone wants to post any comments in the chat as well, by all means, please do so. I do try my best to try and get to them and read some of them out. Like I've got some here, like one from Fro saying, talks about requesting transfers in VeVe have been brought back up again today. Loads of great ideas have been shared on how to proceed and when this happens. So do you reckon we will?
Oh,
yeah, go on.
I had a call with Eagle Eye this morning, and he talked about transfers.
Ooh, do tell.
He didn't like confirm anything because he is under NDA, but he was talking about how he went for the Tokidoki drop. He got the secret rare, and he'll eventually transfer it over to his wife's account, which makes me think that they are going to be switching it back on. It's just a matter of like when. But Fro, I don't know if Fro can come up or if he's still here, but I'm just curious where that feedback came from. If it was in the Discord or if it was on X, because that's a couple other talking points that I have that he kind of changed my perspective a little bit on why they're focusing so much on Discord, and what he was saying on the call made a lot of sense to me. So we don't need to dive into it like right now, but what was I going to say? Anyways, I think, yeah, I got, no. My original point, I already got it across, but
yeah, no, that's cool. And also see us, others like from Evolve saying, "Let's go Web V." Yes, sir. So that's what these spaces are brought to you by. They're brought to you by the Web V Collective, which is it's more or less like a collective community now. So we've got a nice little group chat going in the X spaces. So we all basically have our own individual projects we all like to support, and we just try and be a positive voice in the space, and just basically trying to provide a space where we can all get together, say enjoy our collections, nerd out, and just have a good time. That's what it's all about. Guri has one here saying, totally they missed on the price points. I wish they had one animation piece that could have killed it with the SR animated. So how do you feel about the edition sizes and the price points and all that? Because I know there's been a little bit of controversy about that, saying it could be potentially quite pricey for like onboarding new users. Ooh, say where'd everybody go? Say I think I've got crickets. Lucky I've got a cricket soundtrack for that. I think Elon's trying to mess with my system. Okay, is everyone back?
Yeah, I'm back in.
Okay, cool. That's right. I think Elon just tried to kick us out. It's like, well, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I got you. I think Elon's trying to rug us.
Yeah, I got kicked. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, we're all back now. So yeah, I was just saying, how do we feel about edition sizes, pricing, and all that sort of jazz? Because I know there's been a little bit of controversy. Sam saying that they reckon that the drops from price a little bit too high, and it's a little bit of a deterrent for onboarding new users onto the app. Does anyone have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, edition prices of BlackPink?
Of BlackPink, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I did discuss it already, but I think they should maybe put it at a lower price. I think it's 50 gems.
Yeah, because right now, as it currently stands, they've each girl has 4 different variants, and they basically and they basically range from 40 all the way up to, I think it's 60 is the top one. Yeah, but the thing is with this one is that it's not blind box, so you can actually just go for the one that you want, which I believe is correct.
Yeah. So, okay. The thing is, if they would do it like more of a bit of promo, I would like it to be a little bit cheaper. Although, yeah, it's a big IP, so I understand they have to put it like $40-$60. But I would love it to have it on 25 for 25. The thing is, I'm not disliking the items. I'm not into BlackPink, but I think me and Josh will get the items, but we're rather thinking to get it in aftermarket. Those items.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. Like a lot of people are going to be trying to keep an eye on the market and try and pick them up on the cheap. But yeah, except for Josh. Josh, I believe you're probably going to be going for Lisa on the drop, yeah?
Well, yeah, to be honest, not even her. There's 4 poses, so it's just hard to choose from. But we'll see what happens in the secondary after.
That's it.
Will they do like every pose for every single artist? Will they make the same poses so you can put 4 in a row, or will they be all different poses?
I don't know. Well, it seems like they're all basically revolving around the same sort of poses, aren't they? Like
so you can put them in a row then with the same pose.
Yeah, but then in saying that, like, yeah, you can put them all in a row with the same pose, but then you can switch them up, like, with all the different poses and stuff and whatnot. But let's have a look at the BlackPink light stick and stage medium article, because that's one that we haven't covered yet. Because we covered a lot of this over on Wednesday's stream on Web V Wednesdays. So let's have a look at this one. So this is the BlackPink light stick series.
I think the only other thing I'd add with the pricing there, or maybe, well, pricing and edition sizes, and this is just my opinion, but I think it's also a little too soon for us to even know that, because I feel like this is kind of the first of its kind drop on VeVe. And I mean, I don't think there's any question of whether or not we're going to have the most participation from like Asian regions on it. Like this drop is easily pulled in the most people from APAC. So, I mean, how crazy the fans are over there. It's like we were talking about before, it's a completely different culture. So I don't know, they could be willing to spend the 40, 50 bucks and think it's nothing. Like these people follow the artists like everywhere. So it might also be like a thing like that where they just need to have it, right? So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this drop could perform a lot differently than others have in the past. So
yeah, well, I think this might be a good time to bring up a little fact that Double Quill has just released her latest blog, which is Adventures in VeVe number 52, which is waiting on good vibes. So basically, more or less, is without spoiling the read, because it's a very good read. It's more or less we got no idea what's going to happen, so we might as well just sit back, grab some popcorn and a snack, which is exactly what I would do. Double Quill, fantastic shout, and just see what happens, because we have I personally have no idea what this drop is going to do. It could completely tank the market. Everything could go nuts. It could go absolutely nuclear. It could be crickets. Nothing could happen. Who knows? But either way, it's great exposure for VeVe. Basically, it's onboarding the whole Asian market, which is great, and it's just more exposure, more eyeballs on the product. But
the thing is, it's for me. If you have like for me $50 or €50, is it the same amount to South Korea? Do they have kind of like the same life standard, or do they have the same income? That's something I'm wondering, because that's important too.
That's very true. Yeah, because
there's going to be an exchange rate, like, but that's also the same thing as saying, or as looking at the difference between you and I, right? Like the difference between Canadian currency and the UK or the US has always been a little bit. So, unfortunately, it's like it's like $1.26 or whatever every gem for me, and then down in the States it's $1, and then I don't know what the exact exchange rate is for Korea or whatever, but yeah, there will be a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is definitely one factor to factor into as well. And also, Video Shane points out here as well. It says nearly $1,000 to get the 4 variants of each girl, and then the cost to craft. That sounds insane to me. And that's what goes back to what we talked about as well. Like, the price point might be a little bit deterring for new users. But what else we got here? Well, Homie Felix. So thanks for dropping in, mate. Also writes as well. Like the BP drop, because of the significance alone, we'll try to collect as many as I can, but probably will be outpriced. Really like the way they pulled the trigger with marketing. Yes, sir. I do like the fact that VeVe is ramping up the marketing now. So yeah, all very good points. But yeah, I think
so.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Sure. So I did check it. I went on Google and searched for the average salary per month in South Korea, and it's about 2,950 per month. So we should be good there.
Okay, so this is actually within the realm of affordability.
Yeah, and I think that's important to consider. Even if they have drops in other regions of the world, they should consider that. But in South Korea, it makes no difference apparently.
Okay, interesting. Now, I think I got another comment here as well. Guri also writes, I also think there are 1,000 to 4,000 hardcore VeVe fans who will buy out the first drop. I speculate. Yes, sir. Well, it's like we said on the last episode. Like, you always have your hardcore fans out there. We used Taylor Swift as a good example. Like, people were buying popcorn buckets for stupid amounts of money because it was tied to Taylor Swift. I mean, like, you got the hardcore fans. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, how much it is. I love this product. I have to have it.
Popcorn buckets from Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Did you not hear?
No, no.
When her tour was going through the cinema system, they had a whole heap of I think it was they had Taylor Swift or branded popcorn buckets, and people were just swooping those things up and just reselling them on eBay for like triple the price, and everyone was buying them.
Oh no, missed that. Should check it out.
Check.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I was gonna say Sven's going on eBay.
I was gonna say check eBay right now.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone out there, check eBay. Tell me if they're still there and what they're going for.
No.
On second thought, don't, because Sven might get one.
I discussed with Collector too. There's a movie like Wolverine and the Deadpool 3 movie. I need those popcorn buckets, and the Dune one was fantastic too.
Yeah, actually, just
It's crazy how collectible these things are getting. The one with Dune 2 was nuts. Or was it Dune 2 or Dune 1?
was June.
Two.
June, yeah, June 2 is the one we just had through the cinema system.
Yeah, Oz, did you see the popcorn bucket for that movie?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't get a chance to watch June before I left the cinema system. Why? What have they got? Is it a sandworm? Please tell me it's a sandworm.
Oh man, it's a sandworm, but yeah, it's like you put your hand into it and you can't get your hand out of it. So it kind of makes the eating the popcorn very difficult. So it's become like apparently a very big collector's item. But
okay, I'll have to look it up. So if anyone out there in the chats knows of this bucket or even has one, please let me know. I'd love to see a picture of it. Well, here you go. Guri has another question. This one's for Sven. Sven, how about average salaries in the Philippines or Thailand or Malaysia? I think the price point at 25 would have put the 4-piece set at 100 gems or lower. The price is set for Western incomes and not inclusive of countries with lower income levels. I feel VeVe can do better. Interesting.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with that. I'll check the incomes there.
The incomes there are way lower.
Yeah, that is very true. Like this is like a different spin on Market Watch. We're still looking at Market Watch across the world. But just on the subject of Market Watch, like I said, all of it's been BlackPink this, BlackPink that, and but we have had other drops in the market lately as well. Did anybody go for the Disney Cars, the Little Mermaid animated character series, which we recently just had, or the Tokidokis? So did anybody go for any of them, and if you did, how did you do?
No, guilty there.
It's like no, and no, sir, I did not.
Yeah, I know. The Cars stand, absolutely not. I'm not buying an April Fool's drop. And the other one, no, I didn't, because Sebastian is the one that I want, so I'm picking up at Market again, same as BlackPink.
Actually, I tell you what, I was having to think about this, because on the last episode we were discussing, because you were originally saying that when they were going to do Sebastian, he was originally supposed to he was done by an English actor, yeah, or he was supposed to have an English accent.
Yes, sir.
So I was trying to think to myself, what would Sebastian sound like with an English accent? Like, would we have like a Sebastian sounding like Jason Statham or something like that, or perhaps like some other prominent English actor, like maybe like Ian McKellen or something? I don't know. What's everyone's thoughts out there?
Definitely not Jason Statham. That would be too intimidating.
Oh mate, that'd be great. Look, I was just trying to think how it would sound. So, under the sea, under the sea.
I don't even know. Would you hear the accent if you're singing?
I
feel like British accents kind of disappear when they sing.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you reckon? Oh, here we go. Robbie's Magic says the June bucket was very controversial for many reasons. I wonder why. Look at this. Double Cool's got a good one. Sebastian would sound like C-3PO, like Anthony Daniels.
I did put the June bucket into the comments.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see there in the comment section, Sven's very kindly dropped the June bucket in the comments there, and yeah, that is a very impressive bucket.
Yeah, whoever approved that design was like, it was smoking something at the time. Like, I don't know how they went. Like, yep, check mark. Let's go.
Yeah. That's it. I can just picture it. Everyone's in a room, like, everyone's like, brainstorming ideas, and it's just like, oh, check this out, look. It's like, how about if we did this? We did this. It's like, and then we put a sandworm's head on it, and he's like, oh, that's it. Write that down.
It looks like a toy for the predators or the aliens. It's a bit of a pleasure toy.
It does a little bit. It does look very, very controversial. I can definitely see how that would turn some heads. But yeah, no, very cool. So yeah, I might have to go on eBay and see what these are going for, because they're quite intriguing. Because I am a massive fan of popcorn. Maybe not from that bucket, but definitely popcorn.
But do you collect them buckets?
I don't know. No, I don't collect buckets. I just collect comic books. I collect digital comic books on VeVe. That's it.
And what if the Romulus movie is there and you can get a popcorn and the bucket? Will you get the bucket even if you don't like the popcorn?
It's like, oh, you bastard. Yes, sir. I would be very tempted to get myself a popcorn bucket, and if especially if it's in the shape of a face hugger. Now we're definitely talking.
Oh yes, that would be cool. Yeah.
I know, like, for anyone who hasn't seen the trailer for the new Aliens Romulus movie, oh my god, it looks amazing. So you got,
and then the collection starts with one bucket, and you go to every movie and you want to know the other buckets. So that's an addiction that starts there.
Well, here we go. The Double Crew also points out this could easily be turned into a Sarlacc pit with a Luke figure and a Boba Fett. Ooh, that's a good one. So I like it. But anyway, I think we should probably get back on track. Kind of get a little bit sidetracked there. So yeah. But that's what these spaces are all about. It's about having fun, enjoying the collecting journey. Like, and sometimes you get little tangents like this. It's just to make the spaces fun. But just on the subject, guys, have you guys been picking up anything in the market? Me personally, I recently just picked up a ultra rare of Daredevil #3, which is the first appearance of the Owl. And I was it was actually quite funny. I was actually debating this with Chris Severs because we were both looking at it, and we were looking at the mint number, and Chris pointed out that the mint number is actually the release year and the release month as well. So it's 64/8, which is Daredevil #3 was released in 1964, August. It was in August. So all those numbers match up to 64/8. And we were both discussing it, saying, well, are you going to buy it or am I going to buy it? I was just like, oh.
Was it double price or just on the floor?
It was close to the floor, actually. Actually, wait, no, double price floor. It's about halfway. But yeah,
maybe I would love to get that on the floor.
But yeah, but just going back to that, there are loads of deals on the floor at the moment. You can definitely tell the BlackPink gem squeeze is definitely happening. I mean, like you.
But sometimes I see those mints he wants, like the year and then the months, and then it's sometimes for me it's not actually far-fetched, but for me I just want a year in mint, but not the month and then 2 numbers of the year. It could be me, but I understand he likes the mint, but it's too far-fetched for me.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I've said it before, like, you know, the beauty about mint hunting and collecting is there's just so many different ways of doing it. I mean, like, some people just like to keep it simple, like, you know, do like high numbers, low numbers, palindromes, binaries, ascending mints, descending mints. But then, like, you know, you got like the hardcore mint hunters who like to get, like, you know, the release years or artist birthdays and all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, that's one of the things I love about this platform is there's just so many different ways of collecting, and you just do what basically connects with you. So yeah. So that was my little pickup. What about you, Sven? Josh, you guys been picking up anything in the market lately, or just been chilling?
First, Josh.
I grabbed a couple more comics and then some concept art. I went back to the Pixar series with Madar and McQueen, and then I picked up the ultra rare Finding Nemo. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the there's two, but I picked up one of those as well.
Oh, nice.
I love that concept art. So
Yeah, it's very cool, and it is really, really nice artwork too. And like, you know, that if like some people, me personally, I'm not really into it, but like, you know, if that's what connects with you, then by all means go for it. So, what about you, Sven? So you pick up anything?
Yeah, I did pick up a record from Ron English and a few Mighties, two Mighties, and I think I did stack some dinosaurs too. Yeah, that's what I did recently.
I think I stacked some dinosaurs. You haven't got another 20.
Yeah. So you're completely downplaying the fact that like you're like the T-Rex whale.
But he put them very nicely on for 2 gems, so I kindly offered to get them from him, and
Nice.
we went on and did transfer them like that.
No, so that's fantastic. This one will do. No, very cool. Also, if anybody out there wants to throw anything in the comments about what they've been picking up lately, I'd love to hear about it. Or again, if you guys want to come up to the stage at any point during the show, you're more than welcome to. I love hearing about other people's collecting journeys, about what you're collecting, what you're into. It might be something completely that's something I haven't even considered. Yeah, I'm all for it. Let's hear it. But yeah, back to the list of talking points. So what has been happening? So drop wise, there's not really. That's about covers it in VeVe. Like it's all been BlackPink talk and also comic wise, we haven't even had that much either. Like, you know, we've had the VeVe Comics drop this week. I mean, I picked up the Aliens comics. I also got a Doom #1 and an Ultimate X-Men #3 just from the store. I got commons on all of them, but I don't care because I like the comics. So what about you guys? Did you guys pick up anything in this week's VeVe Comics drop? Say nope.
No.
It's like, no, sir. It's like that's where this sound effect sort of comes into it. Where are you? That one.
Oh! I did not pick one last week, but this week, but I did pick a free comic on Free Comic Day. It was a comic where you had those Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Gwen, but there's like a Disney series about them, and that comic I picked up. Did you notice that comic?
Yeah, I did. I got all the Free Comic Day comics as well. I just got the reader versions. I didn't upgrade to the limited edition ones. But I did notice in that Spider-Man one with Miles and Spider-Gwen that there's actually a little panel in there that actually shows you how to read a comic book. I thought that was quite cool.
Oh! I didn't know that. I should check that. Maybe I can read my comics book.
That's
well.
it. You could possibly be doing it all wrong all this time and didn't even know it.
How maybe I should check it. What am I doing wrong? I'm going always clockwise from left to right, but maybe that's the wrong way. Or not.
That's it.
Is there a way to read it?
I mean, if I actually had the time to pull it up, I'd tell you.
No,
but
really.
but check it out. If anyone did get a copy of themselves on the Free Comic Book Day of the Spider-Man one, apparently it's somewhere there in the first couple of pages. So have a look, check it out, and see if you've been reading your comic book right all this time, or you might have your mind blown. Let's see what else has been happening in my list of talking points here. So I'll go through a few things happening out in the community. So I always try and keep track of what's going on next, and just try and give shout outs when and where I can, and just let everyone know what's going on. Obviously, I can't do nowhere near as good a job as Falcon, who's just released his latest VeVe news video. I'm assuming everyone has seen it by now because it is just hilarious. I love that guy. He does such good work. Have you guys seen it?
Not the newest one, no, but his videos are awesome.
Oh mate, you have to see it. Like, you know, we actually have a star of that news segment. It was in the chat at the moment. So Mr. MC1 got a shout out in that as well, which is very cool. VeVe Magic got a shout out as well. David, you did the famous Falcon dance, which was hilarious. But yeah, no, I definitely encourage you, if you have not seen it, definitely get over there, check it out. Yeah, really entertaining stuff, and fantastic work, Mr. Falcon. If you're out there listening, or if you managed to catch us on the replay. And like I said before, Double Quill's just released their latest blog, Waiting on a Good Vibes, Adventures in VeVe number 52. Make sure you get over there and check that out, because Double Quill is always providing amazing content and always really entertaining read. Always works very hard on it. So thank you very much for providing the community with that Double Quill. Always much appreciated. What else we got here? I did also have another one. Oh yeah, Chris Severs also just released his latest blog as well on Go Collect, which is remembering the first Star Wars arcade video game. I think it's I personally haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I always try and give shout outs when and where I can. And I think it's basically just going on the lines of how the nostalgia of the old school video games is still alive and well, because I actually remember back in playing in the he's actually referring to the I'm not sure if anyone's ever played it. It's like the old school Star Wars arcade game where you actually got to sit inside of it and pretend you were actually flying through the trenches of the Death Star. It was amazing. So has anyone actually had the chance to play it, or am I just showing? Or am I showing?
I've played that. Oh, sorry.
That's what I was just.
I've played that game, but I didn't know that it was the first ever Star Wars game, unless they've remade like modern versions of it. But you're talking about like in the X-wing.
Yeah, so it's pictured like this. It's like those like the games are like all like enclosed. You sit inside of them, and then like you pretend like it's like a simulator. So yeah. Picture it like this. It's like basically you ever seen the movie Tron?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that sort of like animation style, and like you're flying through like the trenches of the Death Star. Like you got TIE fighters coming at you, you got turrets, all sorts of bits and pieces, and you literally got your little controllers there and you just try to shoot everything. It's a really immersive experience. It's amazing. I can see Double Quill like with thumbs up, so I'm guessing Double Quill's had a chance to play it. But it was really cool. I was lucky enough when I growing up, it was actually at my local cinema, and that was one of my most favorite games. While it was still there. But that blog's available over there on the X Spaces. So definitely check it out if you get a chance. Oh, Double also writes as well. I got some Tokidokis, but I blew most of my budget this month on getting the writer near the all-time high. The writer, yes, that's the Lego man. What's his name? Sawyer. Is it Sawyer? That sounds right. The bloke who does the Lego art.
Savage.
I know. I may have completely butchered that, and I do apologize. But it's the guy who does the Lego sculptures. So very well. So congratulations to you, Double Quill. That is amazing that you managed to acquire that piece, because it is actually, I think it's quite scarce too, off the top of my head. So I have got this for you. Sorry, I am a little bit slow on my soundboard because it's playing up a little bit. Nathan Sawyer. So thank you, Guri. And Double Quill says low. I got it at 52. No, very cool. It's always good that everyone's getting the chance to pick up the things that they've been wanting for their collection. Like that's one of the benefits of having a nice old gem squeeze, that it actually puts things back in the target range of bits and pieces you've been trying to get for your collection, which is amazing. And I always love hearing that everyone's had the chance to acquire the stuff they thought was unobtainable. So congratulations, Double Quill. That's amazing news. Let's see what else is on my talking points. Yes. So this is one for Mr. MC1, who apparently caught up with Ron English over one of his art shows. Looks like just going from the expos here, had a fantastic time. Picked up some grins, looking Funko Pop looking things. And I believe it's also got a giveaway going as well for anyone who's lucky enough to have themselves a VeVe logo or an Ecomi Secret logo, I believe. So that's very cool to see, and looks like you all had an amazing time there, judging from the photos. So yeah, very, very cool. And I'm glad you guys had a great time. What else have I got here? Oh yeah, another big shout out to I want to give a big shout out to and this is something I don't actually do a lot of, and I know I should do, is I do a big shout out to all the other members of the community out there doing doing X Spaces. So I just want to give a big shout out to Amelie, Jay East, Miss Gecko, Dave, Metamona, Emoji, Casual, Angel, even Mr. MC1's doing the Twitter Spaces as well, keeping us all informed. Also D as well as just started doing Twitter Spaces as well. And anyone else I may have possibly missed, just anyone out there doing a Twitter Space, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, guys, because I know from personal experience that it is scary as when you first start, but it is a really liberating experience, and it's a great way to connect with everybody. And I just also want to give an extra shout out to Amelia as well, because it just came to my attention lately that he was giving me a shout out in his spaces, so I'm just trying to return the favor and just trying to spread the positivity. And also, if you're able to, I do highly encourage you to go and check out their spaces and see if it connects with you. I personally don't get much of a chance to jump around other people's spaces just because due to the time differences, but I try and jump in and support everyone when and where I can. So that's just my little piece to try and support everybody. That's about all I've got on my talking points. I do have a few other things that we can cover, but what about you, Josh? You got anything that you want to cover before I ramble on?
Yeah. Unless you want to save this till last, and you want to finish your points, but I can talk about the Discord call that I did with Eagle Eye. I got permission to share everything there, and then also a specific point that David said I was following up with him on the interview I'm trying to schedule with him.
Okay.
And in the follow-up, or in his reply, he talks about how the team is currently working on a VeVeverse promo.
Ooh. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll finish one last shout out, and then we'll get into it, and then that way we can fully focus on it. So this is the last one I'll do, and I'll leave it at that. Big shout out to Vincent Zozzolo, who's apparently out in Lake Como enjoying what's it called? It's called the Lake Como Comics Art Festival, and he was actually out there chilling with David Yu. So lucky him. But I had a little bit of a Google of it, and yeah, it looks like it's a really big event. Comics Connect is sponsoring it, and there's some pretty big names going to this event as well. So really cool, and he's posting photos of the event on his X page, keeping everyone informed, which I think is very cool. And this hope you're having a great time, Vincent. Looks like the weather's really nice, and I hope you're really enjoying yourself. So you're awesome, dude, and just try and support you where I can. And also can't wait for the Addiction season number 3, and getting a chance to cover that on the next episode to get to the comics when it eventually gets to VeVe. So and hopefully, even with a bit of luck, if he's even listening out there or catches this on the replay, he might even be nice enough to come and join us again, like he did on the reading of the second of Addiction number 2 that we covered, Josh.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Nice little surprise on his part, but yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we've got all the shout outs out of the way, let me just cue this up, because this sounds like pretty important. So I want a little bit of a sound effect to try and back this up. So this sounds like something very, very suitable for our where is it? Our breaking news segment. So it's like breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. VeVe has got some VeVeverse promo material in the work, but covering this story is my co-host Josh from Collectors Gone Digital. Josh, what's going on over there?
Love the intro.
So I'm having a bit of fun with it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I got to keep the energy high now. I'm like too monotone over here. I was just screaming with Sven and Rob for like 2 hours. Okay, so, and bear with me for a sec, because I got notes that are just jumbled all over the place on this piece of paper here. But
the floor is yours.
So pretty much the call stemmed from my collectibles feedback post, because I responded on that post, and I kind of gave my points, and my points were talking about how, from my perspective, I just feel like We haven't heard any news about the VeVeverse since December, at least from Dan talking about progress and when they're going to be kind of opening the gates. I feel like invites have been a complete mess and yada, yada, yada. So Eagle Eye ended up responding to that post, and he was saying how, you know, mods don't have any involvement with the onboarding for the VeVeverse and this and that got me kind of confused because, you know, up until that point I was like, what do you mean? Like I have screenshots of mods talking about how they put people on the invite list, right? So he invites me onto a call, we sit down and we kind of start talking about, you know, the VeVeverse a little bit, but then also the future of the Discord. And this is where things kind of got a little interesting in my opinion, because the question I started off with was, you know, why are you guys choosing Discord to kind of moderate so much right now? You know, with it being like a third-party platform, like why aren't you guys moderating things through the app itself? And he kind of answered this way. So from his perspective, and just to kind of add some context here, Eagle Eye is the community manager for Discord, but he pretty much told me that he looks at Discord kind of like a mini metaverse. So because it's a place where you can spend time with people, interact with them, you can do giveaways, you can play games, you can, you know, do tasks to earn XP, level up and rank up, that type of stuff, right? So because all that's involved, they feel, or he feels that the people who are most active in the Discord are the ones who are most likely going to be most active in the VeVeverse. And so that's kind of why 99% of people who have gotten the invite so far are either in the Discord who are super active, or they're master collectors. So that kind of answered my question a little bit there. And then he also added how Discord is kind of being used as a proof of concept to show new things to the team. So he said that kind of since he started his involvement, Double Quill, I see ya. Ever since he started his involvement, he pretty much, he's gone into now more executive meetings. So he sat down with BlackPink, he said. He was in that executive meeting, and apparently, you know, Dan's putting a lot more trust in him to sit down with the IP. And so his point with this is that there's things that he's implementing into the Discord that he sees the team eventually implementing into the app. So they're using Discord as a proof of concept to see if this stuff works, and then they're kind of moving it over. And he gave an example. He said that they have a specific feature in one of the channels, an exclamation point daily, where you can earn daily XP if you put that in the channel.
Okay.
And he said that there's actually a lady who has done this over 530 times like in a row. Like they're like chasing, you know, kind of like the record, I guess, or whatever. And when he said that, like the first thought in my mind was, that reminds me of, for anybody who used Snapchat, the creating fires with people so that you constantly have the fire going between you and whoever you're snapping. It just reminded me of that, but side note anyways. And then I want to see, in his words, so their plan with the Discord is they're going to be making it more collector focused. So in his words, he said, no collector gets left behind, which I love him. So yeah. So he said, regardless of your rank, whether you're low, whether you're high, there's always going to be opportunities to kind of earn rewards. And then he said that this stuff is all going to be based off of your collection on the main app. So there's going to be certain clubs that they introduce. He gave 2 examples. He gave a comic club and a Disney club. So you have to own a minimum of 50 collectibles, Disney collectibles, to be part of the Disney club, and then 50 comics for the comic club. Okay. And then he also said how these ranks and badges that you earn within the Discord are going to play into MCP in the future. So that's another example of how they're kind of implementing things and taking things from the Discord over to the main app. So MCP apparently is going to tie into the Discord in quite a bit in the future. So like I literally asked him this question. I said, do you see the team implementing what you've been working hard to implement in the Discord on VeVe? And his exact words to me was, 100%, dude, I'm a mosquito. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So
No, very cool. Well,
Yeah.
considering we're talking about Discord, and we just happen to have someone who's heavily involved in the VeVe Discord jump up and speak with us. Swampy, number 5, how are you, mate?
I'm doing great. Good to see you and everybody in the crowd. And yeah, Collectors Con Digital's got it pretty spot on. I will say though that the VeVeverse beta users, you just have to think, if we calculate back, we started out with 50 people. We started out with 50 people. Some of those were the most active part of our community in Discord. Most of those were master collectors and gold logo holders. And then of course, some of those people might not have either had the computer or the time to even, do testing. And then at that point, they pretty much are just looking for master collectors. So because there are asset reviews of the collectible pieces, it's just helpful to have a lot of collectibles so that you can test them. So it's not necessarily about have to be in Discord, although being in Discord does help, and it has helped in the past because it is the main hub, for a lot of extra stuff like that. So for a long time, even though KYC, I believe, there was also a wave at that point where they selected the most active users on the Discord at the time to be one of the first testing waves. And most of the other stuff that was tested was all random and had nothing to do with Discord. So they do spread the love around on testing and waves and things on a lot of features. So it's not just Discord. They don't do that. And that's why you see a lot of reaching out programs that don't have anything to do with Discord. So if you are a master collector, if you are a gold logo holder, make your way to the Discord, put in a Get Help ticket and say, I'd like to be on the next wave, but like I said, it does help even in the future and even in the past on some things to be in the Discord, and there are a lot of ways to level up. Like he said, there are you can do exclamation. There's a channel where you can just post AR vault photos and stuff. But everything that the last thing is Collectors Gone Digital when he was talking about, moving everything from Discord to the VeVeverse. Literally, that has been since day one of Eagle Eyes taking the community management position. That has literally been his focus from day one since he's been in there. So that's what we're all trying to do in there, is just to help him and the community bring forth the things that we as a community want to do and make that kind of an official testing place and get people engaging in that way so that we can present this is how people want to engage there too, and Discord, other than Twitter and Instagram and other things, everything has its it's great things, right? Discord isn't above all or anything. It's just it's like a different function. You know what I mean? So, I'm just trying to make sure we're not dividing the lines here, because I know you guys, sometimes people feel left out. Some people feel left out on Discord when something's going on Twitter too. It just happens. But yeah, everything we're trying to do in there is to just really show and test so that Eagle can try to implement that and get the VeVeverse to be that fun, engaging place that we want it to be. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for your time.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen into this crazy episode we've got going on so far. We've got a bit of everything going on this one. So we've got VeVeverse talk, we've got Discord, we've got popcorn buckets dressed like sandworms. We've got all sorts of wild things happening this time around. But yeah, like I said, just appreciate everyone for taking the time out of your busy day to come and chill with us in the space. Like I said, I still see we got Mr. MC1 still with us. We got Fro with us. VeVe NFT Comics, say Orange Bag Lady, say thanks for dropping in. It's always a pleasure to have you here. We still got Hinano and D with us. Nino Blue, Gus, Richard, Empax, VeganThings, Mark D, Collector 98. Hey, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Double Quill still with us, and Guri, Adro, how are you, mate? And I hope you feel this with us and all those other amazing people that I either can't see or I can't say your name, so sorry. But again, I appreciate everyone for taking the time, and hopefully you're enjoying the conversation. And like I always say, if you want to come up at any point, so long as D likes to say you're not a dick, it's all good. So we're always open to hearing about other people's collecting journey, and everyone's point of views and opinions are valued. So anyway, that's my little spiel. Gus has a question. When Venom and Carnage crafting on VeVe? That is a very good question. But was there anything else? Well, I will get to that, Gus. But Josh, was there anything else you wanted to go over with the Discord and what's happening over there?
No, I think, and I appreciate that, Swampy, for you adding all that. I think he actually summed up my last couple points here. I think the only other thing I'll add is, because I know he was talking about engagement and stuff like that. Eagle, I did make the point about how when I asked him, like, why are you guys choosing Discord over, other things? And he was giving examples about how, he would rather do things like giveaways and stuff like that now than have to wait for the infrastructure to be built over on the main app. So that was just kind of like another reason why they're going over there, I guess. But that's, I think, the only other thing I'll add there. So I'm good.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, he's always trying to bridge that gap, right? While we wait for these features, and more features to roll out from VeVe, so he's doing everything he can to bridge that gap and make sure everybody feels is getting that utility, feels appreciated as part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
He's just doing a great job. And by the way, I just want to say, Osman, I love this show, and one of my favorite parts about this show, and you're a great host.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a comic relief in a way, because and I laugh about it because 2 years from now, when you're so good at doing these shows and you've got all this experience with your soundboard, I'm really gonna miss that. I'm really gonna miss that future Osman, that's really quick with his soundboard and flawless. I almost really thoroughly enjoying like how genuine of reactions you have when you're like, oh, let me get this sound going, and you're stumbling and stuff. It's just funny, and it's I don't know. It's almost like I hope it doesn't go away, and I hope you're just as clumsy with the soundboard 3 years from now than you are today.
Yeah. No, well, it's like I'm not sure to be insulted or congratulated. Thank you very much.
I know. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, I enjoy it. I really do enjoy this show. So.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Like I say, this is always the objective of doing these spaces, and also with my new venture into my YouTube channel, I get to the comics as well. Is to try and make it a bit more interactive for the listener. I mean, like it's kind of like how this whole concept started. Like in the very, very beginning, in a long time ago, when Web V was first being conceived by the likes of myself, Hinano D, Evolved, and a few other, and Fro, and a few other founding members of Web V. We basically just sort of did the progression of, like, we started off doing like round table discussions like they do over on like around the Ecomi verse with Jordan Riz and Doctor Stuff and all that lot over there. Big shout out to them, by the way. So support their channel. They drop some amazing information, really, really fun as well. But then we sort of said to ourselves, like, this is great, but wouldn't it be awesome if we can actually interact with like on a more personal level with like people? It's cool, like, people can write stuff in the comments and stuff like that, but then it was like, well, why don't we try Twitter Spaces? I mean, like, that way we can actually get down there, we can actually talk to people like in real life. And that's where the first episode of Web V Wednesdays came from, and then that sort of sprung into Web V Weekends, and that's sort of like 30 episodes later on this one, about 57 episodes later on the other one. We're still here, we're still doing it, and everyone keeps coming back, and that's the main thing. But again, thank you very much. It does mean a lot hearing that everyone enjoys my rambling, and I make no illusion to think that I'm a professional, because I'm far from a professional. But I try and make it as fun and interactive as I possibly can.
Yeah, it's very casual and fun. Your shows are casual and fun and very informing, and so it's really great. Really appreciate what you're doing.
No, thank you very much. Yes, Josh.
Couldn't agree more, first off. And second off, I was looking down and I did realize I missed one point here, so I thought I'd just mention it quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
But Eagle, I did also mention about how if you're not KYC'd, you're not going to be able to qualify for sweepstakes anymore. So you are going to have to be KYC'd in order to try and win those giveaways.
Okay. Well, there you go. Good point, everybody. So if you want to get in on the giveaways on the Discord, you got to get yourself KYC'd.
Yeah, so I don't know everything about that, so I can't really go into detail on that personally, but I've always just wondered when we were going to do some kind of a wallet connection to Discord. We've been wanting to do that for a long time. That would make a lot of what we do as mods a lot easier, right? Where we wouldn't have to verify and validate master, collectors, and gold logos anymore. So I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but that would be pretty cool, if there was something like that linked in. And that's just another thing, that Twitter, Instagram, and these other platforms you just can't provide those kind of functions. That's all it is. It's not a defining this is better than that or only use this over that. It's just another tool in the belt where we can provide, programs and, just stuff like that, information and things, So.
No, very cool. What about you, Sven? So sorry, Sven, you were sitting there very quietly in the background. Do you have anything you'd like to chime in on?
Yeah, I was thinking about that Discord thing. The Discord VeVe group. It's just for me. I went to Observe and there were a lot of people there that told me there were mods into the Discord group, but I really don't get the Discord thing. Maybe it's something personal, but no, I don't have any attraction to it. It's for me an extra thing to add on, even if collector wants me to go on a game. Discord is something for me that I'm not used to, and sometimes I get the feeling if you don't have the knowledge to add that app to your phone and learn to work with it, it's kind of difficult to go on the VeVe group. And then if even the giveaways, there's so many tabs, so you have to be at the right spot at the right time and then be able to win a giveaway. And secondly, if you win a giveaway, you have to be quick to respond, otherwise your giveaway will be given to another one. So I don't have a lot of affection with the Discord thing. It could be personal, but I think they should improve there and maybe add it to the feed, maybe add something in the VeVe feed just to tap and you'll join a giveaway there. That would be, for me, better. So some extra tab in the feed. I don't think it's that hard, but could be me. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm always having with the Discord on VeVe.
No, that's good. That's good, valid points. Yeah, go on, Swampy.
Yeah, it's totally valid. Discord is an uphill battle, was for all of us, when we first used Discord. Most of us got introduced to Discord. A lot of people through video games. There's usually some reason. There's something that you need that brings you to Discord. And then once you're there, you kind of learn it probably took me about a year just messing with Discord just to learn all the basic functions and stuff, which is why we have mods waiting and on Discord to help with anything like that. We totally understand that the sweepstakes, turning on notifications for channels is definitely going to be helpful, and for the app on your phone, that way anytime that you're tagged or anytime there's an important notification, important announcement, you'll get a notification for it just like you would a text message from somebody. And so I would totally recommend that. The other thing is just the sweepstakes. Again, it's just us, Discord is a testing ground, and we're also, again, we're bridging gaps, once the transfers were kind of taken away, right? We kind of, just like everybody was doing the physical, out of our pocket, mailing to people and stuff like that. But the more Eagle really was just kind of showing the engagement in all of these channels and getting people in here. It's just kind of like, hey, while we're waiting for these features at VeVe, can we just reward these people now and give them a chance to win the stuff now? Because a lot of people for a long time were saying, what are you going to do with those 50 random that you held back? Give it back to the community, And so, it's just, we're just doing what we can to create that avenue, and VeVe is supporting that with the collectibles. I mean, we're giving away collectibles every week. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, we have a giveaway for every drop show. We've got 3 weekly sweepstakes winners. There's a gold logo sweepstakes. There's a master collector sweepstakes. We gave a collectible for Dhanijns and VeVe, which is a role-playing game. These guys have been playing together.
Nice.
3-4 hour games for the last year. So, and there's more than that, there's a lot of giveaways happening in there. And, but yeah, I would like to see it on the feed too. That's really great feedback. And I would suggest too, by the way, the new VeVe app, web app has a new feedback feature.
Okay.
That you can put your feedback into. I would definitely, if I were you, put that feedback in. It's pretty good feedback there.
Yeah, one thing I would actually like to see is not so much kind of more like especially called like an affiliate program, like basically like give someone like myself, like who we try and promote VeVe to the best of our ability. Like we do like giveaways on this channel. Actually we might even do a giveaway shortly, so stay tuned, everybody. But has anything ever like that ever been discussed? Because I remember back when the addiction was being promoted, Mondo Friedman was very kind enough to gift a whole heap of cards with QR codes on it to redeem copies of the addiction comic. Do you think anything like that's ever been discussed with VeVe, like to sort of to get the word out that way? So I'm losing my words.
I was just going to say that, yeah, that would be the whole point of bringing the transfer back. We would need the transfer in order to make that happen.
So it has been discussed. I think my guess is that the ball is kind of rolling on, getting something like that. I'm not sure how much, what priority of that is, or what kind of manpower has been put to that, or what. But it has been discussed. On my way, as you guys know, he's really always just trying to work on onboarding new users. So that's a big thing for him. So I do hear him championing and beating the drum on that one. And I think it's received well. I just don't know how quickly it's going to happen, but it's being talked about, but there is an affiliate kind of, just for Discord, but as far as VeVe, I think we all want that, right? Like we all want to, if I go, meet somebody random at the airport and invite them to VeVe and they end up, signing on and buying a collectible, well, maybe that gives me some MCP or something, I don't know.
Well, I think it's more, I think it's more like the fact, like, like if you like talk to someone about it and they're like, oh, I'm not sure about VeVe, like, not like, this all like, this like a pretend pictures on my phone, like this all weird stuff. So just like a fun way to kind of like on board someone. I was like, okay, well, make yourself an account. So, and then I can gift you a collectible, and then that one collectible will get you started on your journey, and then that might turn into 2 collectibles. He might go off and buy a whole set, and then just sort of snowballs from there, and just sort of gives people that opportunity to sort of get into the into the product, and B, just people just love. I mean, like sharing your collection is part of the collecting journey, and it just gives people that other options. There, obviously, like there's obviously outside factors that might be influencing that decision, or other things that I have no idea about. Because I'm just a guy on the internet with a microphone. None of this is financial advice or anything like that, or anything I say in that nature is that you guys know the drill. But yeah, that's just something I would like to see, just something of that sort of nature. But Josh,
Yeah, if this is a Q&A for Swampy, I have another question.
All right.
So
I'll do what I can.
we'll try and keep it light, we promise.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit here, man, but I gotta ask the question.
You're all right. Go for it.
So I keep getting comments every once in a while talking about how do I word this? People genuinely think that if they have a laptop, they're going to be able to open the VeVeVerse. And I know that it's been mentioned in the past about how, whatever system you're on. Can you hear me? Oh, invited me to co-host.
No,
okay,
sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. I thought I dropped out. I know there's been talk about how your system isn't really going to matter. I brought this question up to Eagle Eye and I said, if I have a laptop, I'm sure I can probably open the VeVeVerse, but the moment I start putting stuff down and you have a ton of elements placed in your world, your laptop's going to slow down. And so I just want to hear somebody like confirm or deny whether your system is dependent on how well the VeVeVerse is going to run, because I've heard beta testers say that they've revoked their access because their system didn't work. And then you just previously mentioned here about if you don't have the time or the system. So is your system dependent or isn't it?
So there are other things to test. I don't know how much I can talk about this, but right now you got to have a pretty beastly computer to run what's being tested, and there's good reason for that. I mean, we're talking, the best that you could see something. I mean, guys, these collectibles are just on another level when you're looking at it through Unreal on a graphics card that costs you $800. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, it's another level. Your phone can't display something like that. There's just no way. These are all compressed versions. Yep. And it's on mobile. So, there's also Unity where, we use Unity. You've seen, Unity used at the conventions on the Oculus Quest. So, there's definitely, a mobile, mobile kind of implications. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because an Oculus Quest standalone is, a mobile. And even though those Quests were actually wired to a laptop, but there is, like, I've even tested something, and I'm not sure how much this feature is going to change in the future, but, you could technically you can technically log into the VeVeVerse on a mobile browser, which I've done it. Mm-hmm. And I can't walk around in the VeVeVerse, but I can talk with the person that's there, and he can share his screen of what he's building. And so I can see the VeVeVerse from my phone, So, but I definitely think that there would be mobile implications in the future for VR. So right now it's heavily dependent on a graphics computer. Later, I think, as this develops, I'm guessing that, it'll be a little bit more accessible by other devices. I think Dan even said so. Was saying at the Designer Con, they want everybody. I mean, God, you want everybody, no matter what device you're using, you want them to be able to use VeVe. I mean, and the VeVeVerse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the entry point right now, like if the VeVeVerse was live now, like not that many people are going to be able to experience
exactly.
It. Yeah. So
thank you for saying that, because I just to make like a small suggestion here, I do think that the team needs to voice this to the community, because there are a lot of people under the impression that they're going to be able to run it off a laptop. And I just see a lot of backlash happening from that.
Well, some laptops, yeah. I mean, some laptops, like I know, Eagle Eyes went out and bought an i7, laptop. I think he, it wasn't that much. I mean, and people are using laptops.
Yeah.
So it just has to be a pretty decent laptop that can run games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, depending on what you do in your space, I have a beast machine, but I could really just push that thing over the edge. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
if I really wanted to in there, but it doesn't really happen, but I can if I want.
I mean, it just,
So
sorry, go on, Josh.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, well, it just sounds like it's more or less the same as like playing a video game. Like, you just all you do is if your machine is just not up to that sort of standard, you just go crank the settings down to like your lows, your mediums, your high, extra high. I mean, like, you might just have to run on the lower setting until you can sort of get yourself up to that standard where you want to run it like, in full, like, HD graphics with ultra settings, like, turned on, your anti-aliasing or, your FX or whatever the kids are playing with these days. It's been a while since I've been gaming.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'll add there is because, like, a big reason why I also brought this up is because, like, the computer that I used to operate off of, it wasn't like a low grade PC. It was, I'd probably say mid level. It was an all-in-one PC, higher grade. So was not entry level by any means. And I remember going into the cavernous free trial. I had an empty world and I tried importing a 3D model with no textures, and my whole computer would just start lagging like crazy to the point where it would kick me out of the space. So that's where I kind of started getting this whole idea of like, okay, there's no way that, a low grade PC is going to get you in. But I also think it's a combination of kind of what you were talking about with Dan at I think it was Decon Anaheim when they unveiled it, is I think his wording was a little confusing to some people who aren't tech savvy, because he was talking about his roadmap, like the plan with the VeVeverse and how long-term they want to stream it from the cloud and this and that, right? So, that's where he's talking about how they want to get everybody, involved in the VeVeverse, regardless of whatever system you're running, this and that. But I feel like a lot of people took that as like, okay, that's the starting stage, right? Like, we're going to be able to run the VeVeverse with whatever system. So I thank you for saying that, because I wanted to hear somebody who's actually in the VeVeverse say it. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people who have revoked their access, from what I hear, I've only talked to one, and I know that there's a few at least. So I wish personally that that's kind of, I guess, vocalized a little bit more to the community. Just my opinion.
No, fair enough. Yeah, Swampy, you got something to add to it, mate?
Yes. So I would say Cavernous, is pretty much in beta, hasn't been around for very long. So I'm sure whatever you were experiencing, you don't want to automatically assume that it's your computer. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to know, if your computer could run something like that, Unreal Engine is free. And I remember back before I got my new PC with the graphics card for VR gaming and stuff, I was actually able to download Unreal Engine. But the moment I wanted to render 3D graphics, my computer would take crap. So but Unity too. I mean, I tried to do that on my older computer, and it let me do quite a bit on that versus Unreal. But I knew that if I spent any time on this thing and wanted to make anything, I would need to be able to render all of that. So I think we're really big in Unity. Not just Unreal. Unreal is huge, guys. Unreal is huge. I mean, it's big. We're already diving with Unity. You can see that on the Cavernous website. When you go down, scroll down, you see, Unity and Meta next to the VeVe logo. So Unity is, very much mobile super friendly. But yeah, right now it's pretty. Yeah, you need a beefy computer, but it's not going to always be like that. Just give it some time,
But,
just give it some time. We'll get
yeah,
there.
mate. Yeah, no, it's the same as anything like that. It's like baby steps. As long as baby steps will still get you somewhere. It's just all about the direction. As long as they're all heading in the right direction, everything else will just come in time.
Yeah, and I also want to say too, you hit a really good point about performance settings. So, in any kind of, usually there are performance settings when it has to deal with your graphics card, CPU, GPU, things like that. And so, yeah, there's always things like that in games and experiences where you might have to, your computer's not handling it very well, so you're going to knock it down. And maybe you're not going to see the flashy, fancy lights and the bling on the metal, metal things and stuff. But it's still going to look great. But your computer will run more quietly and smoother. But
it just won't be as shiny.
So, yeah, man. That's just like any game, though. Just like you said, a bunch of video games, consoles, Xbox, PlayStation. I know like games like Ark Survival Evolved. Yeah. You can go in there and turn things down, the lighting and the whatever, all that stuff. So
that's it.
Oh, Ark Survival. That's how I know you're a gamer.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about that. What a nightmare. I'm so tired of getting killed by dodo birds on the beach, bro. I'm just like, I freaking hate those, or whatever they're called. No, terror birds. Oh man,
incredible.
So, once they came out with those things, I was like, forget this game. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
So you're like, screw you.
Yeah, that I mean, talk about performance graphics. That's a fantastic game. But anyways, a question for you. If I send you some photos via DM of some of the parts that I just put into this PC, I don't know anything about PC gaming or like any of like these parts or nothing. It was built for me. So can you tell me like whether this system's like good enough or like not?
Well, I would say that, right now, as far as CPU goes, I have an i7 relative Ryzen. I have a Ryzen 7, which is equivalent to an i7. Yep. And, let me put this into perspective for some of you guys that might not be tech savvy. Back when the Oculus Rift came out, God, that was what, 6-7 years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe 7-8 years ago.
Long time ago.
Back then, yeah, it was a long time. Maybe 10 years. I can't remember. It's been a long time, guys. But when that happened, the minimum requirement was an i5, and an i7 really isn't that much up. Far next jump from i5, to be honest with you. So, and they already have an i9 and even more. So it's kind of like we're already, in my opinion, we're already starting. We're like right on the brim where i7's still great and still does everything. But I feel like as software and technology gets better during this year, I think we'll probably transition into more of an i9 kind of a, bottom level. You feel me? Because, it just, technology moves. Just like our phones or, our Fire Sticks, all that stuff, right? The more they add to the software and updates and all this stuff, the more your older systems getting worked. So you have to like eventually update your system to handle all that more stuff. So i7 right now definitely will run you VeVe nice and good. I think, we're leading into the i9. And then as far as graphics card, you really just want to look at what the VR virtual reality recommended graphics cards are for today. Because VeVeVerse is pushing the boundaries, in my opinion. It's really just, we're doing something, in my opinion, that I've never seen done. And so I think you guys should be excited in the fact that we're going for something that's so big and so ambitious. And I think they want to do it for the community. They want to do it. They want to do it. I mean, they want to make it happen, make this thing real that people haven't done yet. It's never been done. I'm rambling off. I'll just stop.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
all good, mate. All good. No, I completely agree, man. Like they're tackling something that, like you said, hasn't been done before, and sometimes it takes a bit longer than people would like. They run into bugs, run into problems, but that's part of the journey. It's all about the experience and the journey itself, not the destination. Like I said before, as long as the direction's correct, and they're just progressing forward every day, they'll eventually get there. It's just some people want it there a bit quicker than others. That's all.
Yeah, and it just kind of reminds me of the things that I really love and want. Like when the DeLorean, before the Back to the Future 2 DeLorean came out, I was over here wishing and praying for the Mr. Fusion DeLorean.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it unless I could fly it. Like if and I was really worried when I seen, I kept just asking the universe, like, please, for the love of God, don't rush this, like if you can't fly it, remote control, just wait. I'll wait, because I want it to be done right the first time, because that's what matters, right? Exactly, that first time it comes out. So I'm willing to wait. That's just me. And I know all of you out here, we're all consumers and a lot of products from day to day. And there's a lot of hype out there about products we get excited for. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes out, we realized it was only hype, but, that DeLorean, man, when it came out and it was flying, I was like, you did it, and the train too. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh man, so I'd rather wait. And but yeah, currently right now you got to have a beefy PC. And if you don't give up hope, there'll be ways to access, and use the VeVe verse and interact with our collectibles in the future. So just hang tight, guys. Buckle up.
That's it. So hold on to your butts, because it's going to get wild in the next couple of months to a year, to however long it's going to take. But it doesn't really matter, because I know why I'm here. I'm here for this amazing community and just the collecting journey itself, and just all these amazing people from all around the world that I interact with on a daily basis. Which if I would have said to myself, like, a few years ago, that this is what I'd be doing right now, I would be saying, you're dreaming, mate. So that ain't going to happen. Yet here I am. And a good way to sort of to sort of put that into perspective is that we sort of look where we are in comparison to where we've been. So basically, 3 years ago, when VeVe was still getting its feet, like, everyone later, when I first got into the app, it was like, golden moments time. And compare to when the golden moments first dropped to where we are now, VeVe has come leaps and bounds. I mean, like, I remember the days, like, where you were scratching to try and get anything on a drop. You get kicked out. Mate, it was a very strenuous time, but in saying that as well, it was also a very glorious time to actually land anything on the drop, and you were so excited. But then just sort of take that into comparison to where we are now, and then so I think, well, if this is where we are now, then where are we going to be in another 3 years? So it all just comes down to perspective. Oh, here we go. Got interesting comments here by Chief Blink. So ludicrous. Diminishing returns the whole week once everyone realizes only VeVe fans are buying. No.
Yeah. I would I'd avoid that.
Yeah, they're very cool. No, that's right. Like I said, I don't try not to censor anybody. You're entitled to your opinion, mate. So I respect that. But yeah, just give everyone a bit of fair warning. I am coming up to the last half hour of the show. So, like I said before, if there is anyone who wants to come up to the stage who is not a dick, so just coning D there, is more welcome to come and do so. If you got something you want to add to the conversation, or something you want to talk about or add to, by all means, please do so. Also, before I forget, because I see Casual there in the audience, big congratulations to you, sir. So that short you made about how to buy something on VeVe, spot on. We need more of that sort of content, like how to onboard new users and just get them familiarized with how to use the platform, and just growing confidence about how to get in there and start their collecting journey. So I just want to say big congratulations to you, sir. So this is for you. Very cool. So yeah, Josh, Sven, Swampy, is there anything else you guys want to go over before we move to our next talking point, which I'll just see what I've got left. Oh yeah, I've got a few things left.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's like, no, sir, I do not.
I'm good. Thanks. Appreciate you.
That was right. So Sven, Josh, you got anything else before we move on?
Nope, we're good.
Nope, we're good. All right, awesome. So let me go over my talking points here and just see if there's anything I might have missed, but I think we've covered just about all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, has anyone else been paying attention to what's been going over on the other platforms? So we've got the likes of Cryptoys. Cryptoys have got their Mandalorian drops going at the moment. Bo-Katan dropped not long ago. They've got Grogu coming and Boba Fett. So anybody been picking up any Cryptoys or getting involved over there on that platform?
Yeah, I did. I went to the Cryptoys and went for 2 Mandalorians, but I landed the uncommon or the rare. It's called the rare there, and a bit disappointed because I really wanted the Mandalorian, but maybe if there's a market, I can trade it off. My kid loved the rare one. It's because it looks like a stormtrooper.
Nice.
But yeah, I really wanted the Mandalorian, and I'm not into getting a third one yet.
Very cool. So what about you, Swampy? Are you involved in any other platform? Would that be like McFarlane, Candy, Cryptoys, and anything else, or are you primarily just in VeVe?
So I started my journey in NFTs in Wax, but I never bought anything on Wax after I seen MLB MLB cards. And then I transitioned over into VeVe. I do follow Aki and Todd McFarlane. I'm a fan. I guess he's got his new stuff on Drip. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of enjoying that a little bit, because you can just get some free stuff. So it's a good way to, get some free art. And so I do collect some free art just in case. And I'm not saying this is going to happen or anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, just in case there is a way that I can bring things into the VeVe verse, I'm definitely on Drip trying to find things that will go well with my VeVe collectibles.
Okay.
But the other things that you're mentioning, I think they look cool. I'm not in. That's about the only 2 things I'm in right now. There's a couple other projects I'm interested in. I just haven't been spreading my money out too thin. That's all. I just don't have money for everything. But I think Upland's pretty cool. Super great concept. I'm really more interested, though. I'm really kind of waiting for the VR blockchain gaming wave to really be, in the forefront. Like I've been following, programs like Gala Games and stuff like that, and just waiting. And there are some AAA titles out there that are, blockchain video games. I like games, but I'm just waiting for that VR game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even ready. I don't even want to early adopt into that stuff. I'm just a consumer waiting for that VR blockchain gaming to hit. Yeah. And when it hits, then I'll get in for my enjoyment. But no, most part it's just VeVe for the most part, and a little bit of Todd sprinkled in there.
Nice, yeah. I do always enjoy hearing Todd McFarlane speak. Like, if anyone hasn't checked out the interview he did with Comics and Crypto not long ago, really fun. Like, I just enjoy his outlook on the market and basically just offering collectibles to people who aren't interested. Especially his spiel about Brussels sprouts is great.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's got a great humor. He's got a lot of great. He's just has a lot of inspirational stories. They call him the Todd Father for a reason, because every time that you ever come across him, he'll go into the back in my day kind of mode,
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be learned from that, whether you're an artist or someone that's starting a business or, so there's always a takeaway. When listening to Todd, he's always offering, his perspective on it and value. So yeah, great guy. A lot of a lot of respect for him for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So what about you, Josh? Have you been pick up anything else on any other platforms, or just been chilling on VeVe?
No, I'm pretty much just strictly focused on VeVe right now and the content opportunities with the platform as well.
Very cool. All right then. Right, I'll tell you what, because everyone's been sticking with us for this long throughout this crazy episode, going through all sorts of weird and fun and exciting topics, which I think we've had a pretty diverse episode this time around. It's been fantastic. But because this is our 30th episode, I feel the need that we should give something away. What do you reckon, Josh? Josh, Swampy, Sven, should we give something away?
Oh, but what is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
What could it possibly be? Hang on, wait. What could it be? Well, I'm glad you asked. What I've got is I've got two NFTs that I'm going to give away. One of them is wait, do I have a drum roll? I think I do have a drum roll. Hang on, wait.
I would like to expose Sven right now. He's playing Fortnite.
You had like an Iron Man. You just had like an Iron Man Gallagher moment.
There's 24 people left. He's playing a solo.
That's it.
Hey, there's Fortnite Night group in the Discord. They play together, guys. Come on.
Is it now?
Yeah. What is that about? Because I've had a couple of people now mention this. Is it like, do they play like once every week, or is it like a schedule? How does that work?
They play all week throughout every day, but there are certain days where they'll, some more people kind of announce and stuff, sign ups and stuff. The only thing is, look, when it comes to Discord, if you tier 1, tag me in the welcome chat. I'll help you get tier 2. Okay, quick. All right. Now, if you tier 2, you're gonna want to grind at least tier 3. Okay. I mean, look, there's plenty of things you can do. I know it's a grind. I'm not much of a bot myself. I totally understand, but us mods were around, and we're around to get you through those. That's our mission. Our mission is for you to have fun and to level you up. We need to get you through those tiers. If we don't, we're not succeeding, So if you're having any problems leveling up or finding things that you're interested in doing, and if you're not finding things you're interested in doing there, please reach out to me, and I will just do my best to make sure that you get plugged in and something that you feel comfortable doing on a regular basis that's fun for you. I will help you get there, pull some strings, whatever I got to do. But once you hit tier 3, which doesn't really take too much, then that's when the arcade section opens, and that's where there's just a whole ton more ways to earn VXP. But that's where that shop is at. You can, exchange your VXP for in-app gems, but once you hit tier 3, that arcade section, that's where everybody's playing games and Fortnite and stuff like that. So anyway, sorry to derail. Just reach out to me if you're not comfortable with Discord, or if you're not having fun. Let me work on that. Let me try to get you something going.
But Swampy, I'm like, come on, I'm a gold and silver logo holder. I have the Ecomi logo too. Why do you need to have this grind?
You don't need that then. If you're a gold logo or master collector, then open a get help ticket, help live chat in the support section, and let the mods know in that ticket that you are. Once they verify that, then you'll basically just slam through its VIP. You're going to instantly have access to a lot of stuff that people have to grind for. All the stuff I just said you had to grind for, you wouldn't need to. You're VIP. So
okay.
So you open it up, we'll get you taken care of, man. VIP right through the door.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Well, tell you what, I've been a little bit sneaky lately with this a little bit. I do apologize. I've been kind of sneaky. So as we've been talking, I've been looking at how many faces we've got here in the chat at the moment. I've been doing a random number generator of who we've got here. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So I've been basically doing random numbers, and I actually have four. And I have 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. I've got 4 NFTs to give away, and funny enough, I've actually got 4 winners. Dun, 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 dun. So what I am going to give away is I have 1 Kid Arcade Spider-Man NFT. I have got 2 Get to the no, I have to do this. I've got 2 Get to the Comics NFTs, which were designed by Hinano for which come from my upcoming YouTube channel, Get to the Comics. And I have got 1 DeLorean NFT from Hinano's Neon project, which he has very generously donated. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play some dramatic music, and I'm going to announce those winners. Only because I gotta hurry this up because I'm running out of time, because I'm getting angry text messages from the wife saying, "Shut up, the kids are trying to sleep." So let's get into this.
Ottoman, every time you tell that your wife is coming and looking behind, she's probably standing behind you now and watching you.
I know.
Talking to your phone. I know that feeling.
Oh man, I swear to God, like most nights is pretty good, but there was one night where she was so upset with me, she threatened to turn my internet off, and I said, "Don't you dare turn my internet off."
Yeah, I got that too. I have a running mill in house, so I started talking to my wife, and I told her, "Man, I'm getting too fat. I need to go on my treadmill." So she's sleeping above the treadmill where I walk, and
Oh, really?
then she enters all mad, and I know I have to stop running immediately. I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
I just tell her, I just tell her, cut the power. I've got a backup generator. You can't stop me. I try and be defiant, and then she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay, yes, dear."
But at the end of the evening, you have to go in the same bed, so you should be careful what you say there.
True. That is very true. Right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just trying to find my sound effects here because I thought I had. There it is. Right. That's what I'm looking for. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. As like I just said, I've been rather sneaky this time around. So I've been doing a random number generator, and I've got 4 winners of our NFTs. So what I'm going to do now, in a very dramatic form, because I've got my dramatic music here, so I've got to be very dramatic. The first winner, and I'm hoping he's still here in the chat. Well, yes, no, he is still here in the chat. So our first winner is... I really need a drum roll, so I got to write that down, drum roll. But our first winner is... Dun, 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 dun. Key Collector 98. So, hey, Kenobi, you have won yourself a Spider-Man Kid Arcade Light Parade NFT. And unfortunately, I'm not that quick enough to follow it up with a clap, but congratulations to you, sir. So that is for you. And number 2, so for a Get to the Comics, the first NFT is the winner of that one is it is Ecomi. So, Fro, you have won yourself a Get to the Comics NFT. So I will get that over to you ASAP. And Key Collector 98, I will get your NFT over to you ASAP as well. Now, as our winners are still there in the in the chat. So now for the next, I love doing this. I'm sorry. Now come on for the next Get to the Comics NFT. The winner is the winner is Crom. I kid. My God laughs at you. The winner is Orange Bag Lady. Congratulations, Orange Bag Lady. You have won yourself a Get to the Comics NFT custom made chopper made by the one and only the real Hinano. The only thing I do require is a NFT, a MetaMask address to send it to. So if you would be kind enough to send that to me when you can, I will get that NFT over to you ASAP. Key Collector and Fro, I still have your wallet addresses unless they've changed. So I will get those over to you as well. And of course, last but not least, for the DeLorean Neon NFT designed by the real Hinanu, the winner is, I really do need a sound check. Anyway, the winner is Wes! That's right, Wes. Congratulations, sir. You have won yourself a Neon DeLorean NFT designed by the one, the only, the real Hinanu. So congratulations to you, sir. And I do have a sound effect for that one, which would be that'll do. So yeah, let's go. So just a double clap, love it. Shush. So just to reiterate, so Key Collector 98, you have won yourself a Kid Arcade Light Parade NFT Spider-Man, which I will get over to you ASAP because I've still got your wallet address. Fro, you have won yourself a Get to the Comics custom-made NFT chopper made by the real Hinano. And Orange Bag Lady, you have won yourself exactly the same. So please get your wallet address over to me when you can, and I will get that to you ASAP. And of course, Wes, you have won yourself the DeLorean, which is been designed also by Hinano from his Neon his Neon project, sorry. So yes, congratulations to you. And yeah, if you get in touch with Hinano, he'll get that one sorted out for you. And on that note, guys, I got to start wrapping up the space. So I'm just reading some of the comments here. Master Collector Program. Okay, the Double Quills read a comment there about putting a ticket in for the Master Collector Program, I think, on the Discord. Heading out, have fun. Okay, have fun, Double Quill. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the giveaway part of this, unless someone else has got something that I don't know about. But Josh, Swampy, Sven, anything you want to leave us with before I start opening up the floor to anybody who might want to come up and say hi and say a few words before we start closing out?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for the space as always, man. Appreciate it. I think the show was awesome today. And thanks again, Swampy, for all the info.
No problem. Thanks for the space. Love it. Keep it up. Again, Sven, reach out to me, tag me, or open a Get Help live chat, or anybody here on my way in the crowd. Just reach out to us, okay? If it's not working out, you're not having fun, reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah. Was very good to have Swampy in here. He's a good voice in the community. Love to have him around here.
Yeah, Swampy. Yeah, again, mate. Thank you so much for coming up and speaking with us. Like, always a pleasure to have you up here on the stage and in the space with us. Yeah, I'm glad you've had an amazing time. And again, thank you so much for the kind words of encouragement. And I'm really, really happy you're enjoying the space and the content I'm trying to provide. And just this is the community I'm trying to provide. Just trying to provide a space for everyone to come and feel welcomed and enjoy their collecting journey. And I'm just sharing and collect and connect with other like-minded individuals, which is what it's all about. Yes, Swampy.
I also like what Web V is about and stands for, which is value. I think it's just what you guys are doing is just great. So that's all I wanted to say. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people think that Web V stands for VeVe. It's like, no, sir, it does not. It stands for value, which is what I'm trying to provide in the space here, and just provide value in people's lives, and give people a space to like I said, collect and connect with others, which you might struggle with out there in the real world, or just out there in the digital space, or just anything. Just say, I just want to say, yes, we understand, we welcome you, and please come in and geek out with us. But before we go, we've got Guri up to the stage. So, Guri, how are you, sir? Oh, are you still there?
Hello.
Guri, how are you, mate?
I'm doing well. Listen, I want to just say thanks for all the spaces that you have, including reading of the comic book, and congrats on getting to number 30. I would like to throw in a Scotty Young comic book that I'm going to draw. I'm going to actually put it for sale at, I guess, 1 gem and 30 cents.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you which one.
Okay.
So it's only for the that are listening. It's going to be Nova number 1, uncommon, and the mint number is 3737. I couldn't find a mint that was 3030. That would be awesome. But 3737, and let's just sell that for, I guess, 1 gem and 03, where there's a 30 there. So
Wow.
I'm gonna set it up.
Yeah, mate, set it up. We'll make it happen.
Hopefully someone from this group can get it, including you, Osman, if you wanna do this.
No, that's right. I'll leave this one for everyone out there in the audience. So
Okay,
go for it.
no one on uncommon, and it is 2:30 my time here. So if everybody who's interested in getting this at 1 gem and 3 frags, I guess I always wanted to say.
Nice. He said frags. He said it.
Let's say
Excellent.
0.01 frags.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let's do a countdown, like maybe 5, 4.
Yeah, mate.
If you want to do
Yeah, but before we get into it, so Swampy's just got his hand up real quick.
Yeah, I know that you want to do this. I think you should act with caution and maybe not do this too often or too crazy stuff, just because they do look for people that exchange hands. You know what I'm saying? Like it could look.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
two
just saying.
gem.
All I'm saying is, I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, I know that this is totally innocent, but I just don't want you to be surprised if you get flagged and then you have to email support and say, "Hey, look, I was just trying to do a giveaway." You know what I mean? So, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen often. It's just
He understands the risk.
I usually mail the comic, but that involves a little bit of labor, and then mailing a comic still costs me $4 or $5, which I'm happy to spend. But for one comic, and it was just an impromptu thing, let me just do it.
Let's
So
just do it. But before we do it, though, let me look. If we're going to do it, let's do it properly. So let me get this all.
Set it up.
Let me get this queued up.
Yeah, let's do some crazy
That's
things
it.
here, risky things.
It's a 2 comic.
Let's.
Sorry, I'm just
How
looking
dare
out.
you.
I'm not trying to be a buzz.
No.
No.
It's completely understandable. Like I know, they've got protocols in place for things like this, but let's unleash our inner Tom Cruise here and let's do some risky business. So let me. I know that was good, wasn't it? All right, here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So Guri has been kind enough to put this Nova number 1 uncommon. He's going to drop it in the market for how many gems? And say it again.
103 frags.
103 frags. Ooh, I love hearing the sound of that. D, you must be so proud of yourself hearing people say frags. I love it because that's where it came from. It came from D. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get set, get ready for your chance to pick up this Scotty Young Nova number 1 uncommon. It's going to be dropping in the VeVe market very shortly, so get ready. And Guri, I guess we're ready whenever you are, mate.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, go, ladies and gentlemen, and may the odds be forever in your favor.
Hopefully, I got it.
So let's see.
All
Have
right,
we got a winner?
for number. Thank you for doing all that you do. All right, I know it used to stay late at hours or get up early in the morning. I really appreciate you. Of course, I got a chance to meet you in person, which was very delightful, and the chance to see you try a coconut for the first time. Priceless.
Oh, mate, it was great, wasn't it? That is very true. That was my first coconut tasting experience, and it was awesome.
Yes.
So yeah.
So I don't know if VeganThings is here, but VeganThings is the one that got it. So congratulations.
Oh, VeganThings! Congratulations to you, sir. So I do have one of these.
Yeah, he is here.
He is here. Awesome, VeganThings, fantastic, mate. Congratulations to you, sir. Here we go.
All right, I'm out.
All right, nice one. Yeah, thanks, Guru. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for listening in, mate. It's, like I said, it's always a pleasure to hear from you. So yeah, it sounds like it's late over there. So get some sleep. And speaking of get some sleep, I should probably do some as well because, like I said before, I'm running on only like three hours of sleep. I'm probably going to get another 3 hours of sleep and then wake up and do some more content creation. So because I am a madman and I just love this space. But before I go though, Josh, Swampy, Guri, Sven, big thank you to you guys for coming up and speaking with us. Is there anything you'd like to say before I start closing out? I'll take that as a no. So
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Good.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, then in that case, then I'm going to start closing things out. Also, before I do close out, Chris Severs just put in the comments here. Good drop, Guri. Marvel just announced that Nova will be an ongoing TV-based series too. Yes, I did see that. So yeah, we do have a Nova TV show coming soon. So stay tuned for that because there might be some action in the pipeline for the comic book. Who knows? But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes and start closing out. And just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's stuck around with us all the way to the end. Big thank you and congratulations to the winners of those NFTs. So Key Collector, Fro, Orange Bag Lady, and Wes. So congratulations to you guys for picking up for the giveaways at the very end there. And Wes, like I said, get in touch with Hinano and he'll sort you out with that DeLorean. Big thank you to everybody who's stuck with us. So yeah, big thank you to I see Fro's still with us. On my way, he's just dropped in, but thanks for dropping in, mate. Chris Reyes, you've been here a couple of times, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Guri, Casual, Wes, Hinano D, always a pleasure to have you guys here. Davo, great to see you, mate. Also, Davo is also the one responsible for the logo for Get to the Comics, which is amazing. So again, big thank you to that one, mate. And yeah, big thank you to Neo Blue, Empax, Key Collector, Mark D, VeganThings, Adro. So all the wonderful people out there who help come back continuously to support the space. I can't thank you enough. And a big thank you as well to Josh, Collectors on Digital, for helping me co-host this episode. Always a pleasure, mate. And yeah, I do appreciate the help and always appreciate you taking the time to come to the space here and do this with me.
I appreciate it.
And
I just want to point out one thing. I noticed we placed those hearts in here, but if you push long enough on the heart, you can change the color. So maybe if collector wants to put their heart out, he should put a blue heart because VeVe is blue.
There you go.
So we should change that.
But we also have black and pink right now. So BlackPink.
Okay.
Wait, whoa. Haven't I been using only blue?
Shocker.
You're using purple. I notice you're using purple.
I am?
Yes, you are.
It's like,
oh.
Now it's blue.
It's like,
now it's blue.
Well, you learn something new every day. There you go.
Well,
didn't know that.
It's like, well,
Swampy, his is purple too. See, Swampy, you should change it, man.
Nah, man, I choose pink.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Pink, purple, red, blue, green. You choose the heart that connects with you.
I know it's purple, but it's the closest thing to pink.
Look at all those hearts at the chat. I'm getting emotional here.
Oh, I'm tearing all up here. But anyway, again, I appreciate you guys very much, and this is the part of the show where I like to do a big shout out to Web V, to the Web V Collective, which is what these spaces are brought to you by. Like I said before, Web V is basically just a collectors community now. We've got about 46 members in our community now. We've got content creators, artists, just amazing people, collectors. And yeah, if anyone wants to become a part of Web V or get involved with what we're doing, send us a DM, and we'll get you involved with that. We got a group chat that's very active. We do also have a Discord that's not so active, but that is there. Yeah, just it's an amazing community, lovely people, and if you're just looking for a group to connect with, we welcome you with open arms. Like we always say, as long as you're not a dick and you're kind and like to geek out, we'll gladly have you. And just on that note, this is the part where I like to shout out our members' individual projects, and then I'll close things out. So I will lead off with the Real Uncommon podcast with Hinano and D, We got My Collectibles, K Collections, Evolved. So we got Collectors Gone Digital with Josh, with he does he covers the VeVeverse and what's been going on with BlackPink lately as well. We've got Double Quill and Chris Severs with their blogs for Medium and Go Collect. Got VeVe Arcade where he does this show, and also the amazing Light Parade NFT collection, and just a really cool guy in the space. We have also got Dokta Strange with All Things Strange with his Stack and Slack videos. Big shout out to the biggest bro as well, who backs up Arcade on his show. Big shout out to Shawnee Poo as well, who he's kind of gone a bit dark lately, but he still pops up from time to time doing YouTube. So big shout out to him. Informant BE, who covers the VeVe drops and also does the muzzle runs as well. Very, very cool. Big shout out to Mr. Falcon. As you've seen, he's doing the news feed now, which is absolutely hilarious. You have to check it out. And really talented vault builder, and also doing some really cool stuff with the collectibles in the app. Also does some really cool stuff with his son as well, which I really like to see. I love to see for family interactions, interacting with collectibles on the app. Very cool. Big shout out to Olga MKC with the MetaKitties project. Big shout out to Miss Gecko as well, who co-hosts with Dave with a reset, and also does Bill and Geck's Excellent Adventure, I think it is, and basically just a whole heap of other spaces that she's involved in, and really lovely lady. Big shout out to Casual as well for doing the Funko art, and also he also does his own karaoke spaces from time to time as well. So get involved with that if you can. Also, again, a big congratulations to him for doing that tutorial video about how to buy stuff on VeVe. Very helpful and very cool. And of course, last but not least, your host, Mr. Osmond Collect 63. I do my own YouTube channel, which I'm just getting off the ground. It's called Get to the Comics, where I like to invite members of the community up, and we basically read comic books. And I've just done the first episode was with Mr. Falcon, where we covered What If Aliens #1. And this last Friday, we did Daredevil #1 with Chris Severs, where he played the role of Daredevil and Matt Murdock and had the time of his life. So check it out if you get a chance to. And like I said before, this coming Friday, we have got we're going over Blood Hunt #1 with Dokta Strange. So that's another fun and entertaining read. So check that out come Friday. Obviously, the links will be in the descriptions and on X, and all the advertising will be there. So stay tuned for that. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up from there. So again, this has been Web V Weekends episode 30. If you're just jumping in now and you missed everything we just talked about, fear not. The replay will be available on X, and it will also be available on the Web V Collective's YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that, because that will be advertised in the X Spaces. So on that note, guys, I'm going to say good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Have a good one. Take care, and we'll talk more soon.